Here's a bold statement. Marvel's live-action X-Men reboot could learn a thing or two from X-Men 97, the animated series that's redefining what it means to bring these iconic mutants to life. But here's where it gets controversial. While the comics are an obvious source of inspiration, the animated series might actually be the blueprint Marvel Studios needs to avoid the pitfalls of the past. Let's dive into why. X-Men, the animated series, has long been a fan favorite, often compared to classics like Batman the Animated Series and Spider-Man the Animated Series. So when X-Men 97 arrived last year, expectations were sky high. And guess what? It didn't just meet them, it shattered them. Now, as director Jake Schreier takes the helm of the live-action reboot, he's got a tough act to follow. But fear not. We're here to break down 6 ways X-Men 97 can and should inspire the next chapter of the X-Men on the big screen. 1. Wolverine is at the center of the universe. Let's face it, Fox's X-Men movies were practically Wolverine and the X-Men. From X-Men to Days of Future Past, Logan dominated the screen, often at the expense of characters like Cyclops and Storm. X-Men 97 flips the script. Wolverine is still a badass. His action sequences are as jaw-dropping as ever, but he's no longer the focal point. Instead, he's the strong, silent type, a team player who shines without stealing the show. And yes, his toned-down obsession with Jean Grey is a welcome change. This approach gives other characters room to breathe, and that's something the live-action reboot desperately needs. 2. Storm, the Omega-level powerhouse she was always meant to be. Halle Berry and Alexandra Shipp both brought Storm to life in the Fox films, but neither truly captured her comic book greatness. X-Men 97 fixes that. Here, Storm isn't just a weather manipulator. She's a force of nature, a leader, and a character with depth. Her brief stint without powers humanizes her, making her struggles and triumphs all the more compelling. The live-action reboot should take notes. Storm deserves to be a powerhouse, not just a sidekick. 3. Teen dynamics that actually feel like a family. The live-action movies gave us a superficial teen dynamic, Cyclops and Wolverine's rivalry, Logan's crush on Jean Grey, and not much else. X-Men 97 goes deeper. Scott Summers is a true leader, Jean and Storm's friendship is heartfelt, and Wolverine's bond with Morph is unexpectedly touching. Even Rogue's conflicting feelings for Gambit and Magneto add layers to her character. These relationships make the X-Men feel like a family, both on and off the battlefield. The reboot needs to capture this, because let's be honest, the X-Men are at their best when they're together. Fresh takes on familiar faces, Professor X and Magneto's rivalry has been done to death in the movies. X-Men 97 dares to do something different. Charles Xavier seeks a new life in space with Lilandra, while Magneto steps up as a leader, only to be pushed back into villainy by humanity's cruelty. This opens the door for new threats like Bastion and Mr. Sinister, while giving Cyclops a chance to shine. Marvel Studios, take note, it's time to shake things up. Embracing the lore without getting lost in it. Fox's movies often ignored the comics, and it showed. X-Men 97 proves that even the most complex storylines, Jean Grey's clone, Cable's origins, the Genosha attack, can be adapted successfully. The show merges story arcs, tweaks details, and creates something fresh yet faithful. The live-action reboot should follow suit, diving into the rich lore without sacrificing clarity. After all, the X-Men's world is vast, and there's so much untapped potential. 6. Comic-accurate costumes that pop. Let's be real. Those black leather suits from the original movies were a mistake. X-Men 97 brings back the colorful, personality-packed costumes fans love. Animation makes it easier, sure, but the live-action reboot needs to find a way to translate that energy to the big screen. If Avengers Doomsday can do it, so can X-Men. Because let's face it, these characters deserve to look as iconic as they feel. The big question, can Marvel Studios rise to the challenge? X-Men 97 has set a new standard for what an X-Men story can be. But can the live-action reboot match it? Or better yet, surpass it? That's the million-dollar question. What do you think? Is X-Men 97 the blueprint Marvel Studios should follow, or is there another path to success? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments.